Hello guys, welcome to Softchords. My name still remains Pius Patrick. I'm really excited to have you here on 8 chapters of these videos. So I'm really excited. Very soon you will start playing the piano. Now I believe you have practiced each of the exercises in the previous videos we had. Now if you have not practiced it, I don't think you should continue with this video. So just go back, practice everything, make sure you understand and understand everything that I've explained and I've shown in the previous video. So if you don't continue in this video, because you might not have a proper understanding of what I'll be talking about here. So having said that, now today we talk about chord, and it's very exciting when you understand chord, because with this chord you'll be able to play music, some kind of music. You'll be able to start playing some songs. So let's get started. Now, what is chord? Chord is the combination of two or more notes and playing them at the same time. When you combine two or more notes together and you play them, you've just played a chord. You play those notes at the same time. So you remember in the previous chapter we treated fingering. Now we play those notes one after the other, right? That is we're just playing single notes. But when you combine two or more of these notes together and you play it at once at the same time, you play the chord. For instance, I combine C, combine E, and combine G. If I play these three notes together, I've played the chord. If I combine F, A, and C, and play them together, I've played a chord. So I hope you understand what chord is now. So let's continue. Let's get there. Now we have categories of chords. Now the first one we're treating here, very very common and used often time, is the triad. Triad is a category of chord that consists of three notes. My English. Now what I mean by consists of three notes, now we have like a 4-note chord, we have 3-note chord, we have 2-note chord. Now we talk about triad. Triad is a 3-note chord. A 3-note chord means it means a chord that has 3 notes in it. For instance, now I've shown you the one I played previously, that I combined C, E, G, and I played together. If you check it out, there are 3 notes. There are 3 notes on it. So these 3 notes, it's triad. It's called triad. So a 3-note chord like this is called triad. It's called triad. Now, hope you understand that. Okay, moving on. Now we have types of triad chord. You have types of triad chord. Now, and you know what triad chord is? Triad chord is the 3-note chord. So, and this 3-note chord have types. And the first one there is the major chord. The second one is the minor. The third is the diminished, and the fourth is augmented. Now I will explain to you what this major chord is, what this major and minor and diminished chords are. Now explaining this. Now when we're playing this chord, now we're looking at the C major scales, which is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now don't forget C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C major scale. Right? Now, these are the notes in the C major scale. Now, if we are to form a triad chord in the C major scale, now pay attention, we are still talking about triad. Now, to form a triad in the C major scales, now starting with your right hand, now is to pick a note. We pick C, skip one. Now we are skipping notes in the C major scales. Don't forget, C major scale. This C major scale, the key is in the C major scale. So we pick C, for instance. You skip one note, we skip D, we pick E. We skip F, we pick G. So this is a triad. So if you raise your hand and take it to the next one again, it's still triad, 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 and back to C, triad. So can you see this? So this is how to form a triad on a C major scale. So you pick a note, skip one, pick a note, skip one, pick another note. So and it must be 3. So and can see there is a gap in between the notes I pick. One is D, the other one is F. So when you play D, you skip E and you skip G. When you play on E, you skip F, you skip A. When you play on F, you skip G, you skip B. When you play on G, you skip A, you skip C. When you play on A, you skip B and you skip D. When you play on B, finally you skip C and you skip E. Do you understand that? So that's how to form a triad in the C major scale. Hope that is clear. Now what is the major triad chord? What is the minor chord? What is the diminished chord? What is the augmented chord? Now for every chord you play, there is always what we call the root note. The root note. Now the root note is, for instance, when you are playing triad, the root note is the first note you're playing on. That tells you the note you are playing on. So for instance, now this is a triad chord. But what kind of triad chord? What triad chord am I playing? What key? It's the key of C. So C. My thumb tells me the note I'm playing on. When I play on D, the thumb also is the one that tells me what I'm playing on. When I play on E, the thumb too is the one that tells me what I'm playing on. F, the thumb is the one that's telling me. So G, B, A, B, back to C. Hope you understand, and the thumb is what tells me what I'm playing on. Now, going back again, because the reason I am explaining this for you to understand how, so that you're able to understand what major, minor, and diminished chord is. Now, starting now. So, on a C major scale, the major chord, triad chord. Now, if you pick C and pick E and then G after skipping your D and F, so this is a C major. It's a C major. A major. Now I explain what a major is. A major triad chord has 3/2 space. A 3/2 space. What I mean by 3/2 space is that you count every other note that is not even in the scale too. Now, when you count the notes that are not in scales and then count the gaps in between them, So this is inclusive. Now let me explain to you what I mean by that. Now we pick C, E, and G. Now between your E and your C and E, between your E and C, between your C and E, sorry for that, between your C and E, you have 3 notes we skipped. That is your C sharp, your D, and your E flat or D sharp. Can you see now? Now, between your E and G, we skip 2 notes, F and F sharp, right? Between your, I'm repeating again, between your C and E, we skip 3 notes, C sharp, D, and E flat. Now, between your E and G, we skipped 2 notes, F and F sharp. Hope that is clear now. So a major chord has 3 space and 2 space. 3 space, that is C sharp, D, and D sharp, and 2 space, F and F sharp. Hope that is clear. Now, when you raise your hand now and play the same triad chord, form a triad chord on D. When you form a triad chord on D, count how many spaces are there. Now, to play a minor, how many spaces are there? 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So this tells you you're playing a minor. So a minor is a 2 and a 3. So it's the reverse of the major. The major is 3, 2, while a minor A minor is 2, 3. Do you understand that? A major is 3, 2, while a minor is 2, 3. If you don't understand, don't worry. Just watch this video over again and you understand it. So E, our E, if you count the spaces, when you form a triangle on E, see how many spaces is left there, how many spaces are there. You will find out that there are 2, 3 spaces. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So which means is a minor. A major, F is major because it has 3, 2 space. So a major is 3, 2 space, while a minor is 2, 3. Major 3, 2, minor 2, 3. Major 3, 2, minor 2, 3. Now on G, G is major because you have a 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2. Can you see that? A is minor because you have 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. And then B is diminished. Now I've not explained diminished. B is diminished. Diminished is 2, 2. So 2, 2 is diminished. Then back to C. Hope you understand that now. So recapping, C is major, D is minor, E is minor, F is major, G is major, A is minor, B is diminished, and then back to C major. So we have only one diminished. You have 3 major and you have 3 minor. So I hope you understand that. Now the last one there we have there on our list is the augmented. Augmented is rarely used. As a beginner, you won't even use it. So, but it's good to have an idea for now what it is. So in the future you will start applying it. Now, augmented chord is built from a major chord. Now what I mean by that is built from a major chord. For instance, this is a C major chord, right? A C major triad. Now to build an augmented chord is you take the last note, that is the G, take it a semitone forward. On G sharp, that will give us G sharp. So a augmented chord now on a C augmented chord, that is C, E, G sharp. So you can see we added notes that are not in the scale. A G sharp is not in the C major scale, and C major scale is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. But we are adding this note which is not in the scale. So that is why you can't use augmented chord, especially if you are a beginner. You can't use augmented chord because it will spoil the music for you. So this is a C major, this is augmented. Now all these that I've shown you now, they are the natural triad chord. I call it natural triad chord because we did not add any notes that are not in the scale. All the notes are in the scale. So we can convert each of these notes to a major or to a minor to diminish. We will talk about that later. But for now, C is a major, D is minor, E is minor, F is major, G is major, A is minor, B is diminished, and back to C. Now, in the key of C major, be it major, minor, or diminished chord, be it major, minor, diminished chord. This is the fingering positioning for each of these hands, the finger positioning for the hands. Now, sorry for the break. Now, this is a finger positioning for the right hand and the left hand, and I told you what finger positioning is. So, when playing the chord, your left hand has its fingers, your right hand also has its own fingering. So, to play the triad chord for the left hand and your right hand when playing the triad chord is 1, 3, 5. As you can see on the screen, 1, 3, 5. For the left hand is 1, 5, 3, 1. 5, 3, 1. For the right hand is 1, 3, 5. Hope you understand that now. Now, as I've shown you in the previous slide, so while I was playing the triad chord, your C. So to play your C major triad chord, you position your thumb, you position your middle finger, and then your pinky. So that is the proper right fingering for the triad chord on a C major scale. Can you see that now? And your thumb tells you the note you're playing on. Can you see that? Can you play this? Your keyboard is with you. Put your keyboard in front of you. Play this. Put your thumb on your C. Put your middle finger on the E and your index finger, your pinky on the G. So that is the C major triad. You raise it up to G, to E, to F, to G, to A, to B, and then back to C. Practice this and get used to it. So this is how you play your triad chord. Okay. Now for your left hand is 5, 3, 1. 5, 3, 1. So you put your 5 on the key you want to form your triad chord on, and that is for here you're forming on C, then E, G. So you move the hand that way. So you use the both hands. The reason why I put this hand is so that my left hand this way, like this, so that I can see what I'm doing. But when I play it, this is how you put your hand, as if you want to grab something. So you put your hand, press it well, so that your hand can get the grip of it. So you move it. You are following, you are playing, you're doing the same thing that I'm doing here on your piano. If not, do this. Now, when you are playing it, pay attention to your finger, because most time your index finger will want to replace your middle finger, and you start playing something like this. Okay, so make sure you pay attention to your finger. Play it this way. Right? Okay. Now, moving on. Now, like I said, identifying the triad chord, identifying the natural triad chord. Now, I've mentioned it to you earlier on that there are natural triad chord according to me. So they are natural triad chord, and a natural triad chord is a triad chord that you form with a note in the scales, not a note out of the scales. So the note in the scales is, you can see all the notes that are played now, they are all in the scales. the C major scale. So any note, any chord you played, and any triad chord you played or you form on a triad chord or a major scale, sorry for that, a major scale, any triad chord you form in a major scales, and it forms in all the notes using the note in the major scales without the note out of the major scale, outside the major scale, is called a natural triad chord. Now I hope you understand that. So those triad chords can be major, minor, or diminished. So whichever one you form, if you use the note in the scales, that gives you the natural chord. Now moving on. Now the conversion of triad chord, a major to minor, diminished to major. So this is where the non-natural triad chord comes in play. Now the non-natural triad chord is when you convert a natural triad chord to anything, it gives you a non-natural one. Now what I mean by that is that this is C major. To convert this C major to a diminished or to a minor, we need to add other notes that are not in the major scale. Do you understand? And don't forget, a major triad chord is a 3/2 chord, a 3/2 spacing chord. So the 3/2 spacing chord, this is 1 2 3, 1 2. Can you see that? So that is it. To form the triad chord, a diminished chord, for a diminished chord is to take this little finger here backward, and take this middle finger backward, a semitone backward. That gives you a diminished. Can see you are having C, E flat, and F sharp. C, E flat, and F sharp. So that gives you a diminished. So a C diminished. Now going back, we are having a C major. To convert the C major to a C minor, we take the middle finger backward, that is semitone backward, to E flat. That gives you a C minor. Now looking at this is a major, this is a minor, a D minor. To convert a D minor to a D major, all you need to do is take the middle finger a semitone forward. That gives you a D major. And you know a major is a 3/2 spacing chord. 1 2 3, 1 2, 3/2 spacing chord. Hope you understand that now. Okay. Now that is how to convert a minor to a major to a diminished. This is just to have an idea of how we can convert this chord to different ones. But you're not going to be applying it for now, just for you to have an understanding that you can convert this chord to other words. We cannot start applying this because one, you're still a beginner, and being a beginner is adding other notes that are not in the scales will make your song look very, very boring, very, very off note. Let me use that word. So off note. So and if you're adding other notes that are not in the scales, it makes your song go off note. So for us to avoid that, stick to the notes that are in the scales until when you graduate into understanding how to blend these notes to suit the music you're playing, you're producing, or the music, your kind of songs you're playing for. Then you can now start applying it. But for now, just have an idea. You can convert this. So recapping, a major chord, triad chord, is a 3/2 spacing chord. A 3/2 spacing chord, 1 2 3, 1 2, 3/2 spacing chord. A minor chord, that is for D is a minor chord, is a 2/3 spacing chord. While a diminished, and I know B is the only diminished chord in the major scale. So B diminished. A diminished chord is a 2-2 spacing chord, and this is 1-2 1-2 1-2. Hope that is clear enough. And we also talk about conversion. So you can convert this chord, a major to a minor, you can convert it to diminish, whatever way you wish, but it's just for you to have an idea of what it is. So you can just play around with it. Now, that is it for the class, for the lesson. So what I want you to do as an exercise is practice your trial chord very well. Practice the trial chord. Make sure your fingers are right. Your finger positioning is the right finger positioning. Don't use any other one for another one. Now what I mean is this, we said playing the trial chord, the finger positioning for your right hand is 1 3 5. 1 3 5 for the right hand, and for the left hand is 5 3 1. Do you understand that? Okay, having said that, I believe you enjoyed the class. Sorry for any interruption or sound. I believe we will improve on that. So have a wonderful day and see you in the next video. Thank you.